Good afternoon, everyone. We are going to get started in just a few moments, but I wanted to announce two lucky winners for our Enter to Win that was out in the lobby. This is for our Strengthening Ties concert that is coming up next Sunday, November 9th. If you haven't been able to secure tickets, please do so. You can use this QR code here or the website, that's here to secure your tickets. But we're also giving some away today. So we've drawn two lucky winners. If you didn't get a chance to enter before you came into the auditorium, please feel free to visit the table out in the lobby to enter after staff assembly, and we will draw a few more winners. But for now, our lucky winners are Mary Judd. You've won 2 tickets. And Tiffany Givens. Okay. Congratulations. We will be in touch on how we get your tickets to you. And again, if you're interested, feel free to visit the website here to purchase tickets or Enter to Win out in the lobby. We'll get started shortly. Thank you.
You are. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 2025 Fall Staff Assembly. I'm Jennifer Bennett, President of the University Staff Advisory Council, and I'm so excited you could all join us today. These gatherings give us the opportunity to come together and celebrate everything we've achieved as a staff community. While we'll spotlight several colleagues during the staff awards later in the program, the reality is that every one of you has earned recognition and appreciation for your contributions. So please take a moment to give yourselves a round of applause. I also want to take a moment to thank everyone who helped make this event happen, including several of my USAC colleagues and many staff members in the offices of the Chancellor, People, Culture, and Belonging, Communications and Marketing, and Catering and Events. We couldn't do it without you. During today's program, you'll hear from Chancellor Daniel Diermeier, student Stella Rodriguez, and Vice Chancellor for People, Culture, and Belonging, Sydney Savion. It's now my pleasure to introduce to you Vanderbilt University Chancellor Daniel Diermeier, an internationally renowned political scientist, management scholar, and visionary leader. Diermeier is Vanderbilt's 9th chancellor. Please help me welcome Chancellor Diermeier.
such a nice venue, isn't it? It's really lovely here. Well, good afternoon to all of you, and thank you, Jennifer, who's very popular with this crowd. I'm delighted to welcome all of you to our 2025 Fall Staff Assembly and Award Ceremony. As many of you know, this is one of my all-time favorite Vanderbilt traditions. Our success at this university is made possible by the talent and the dedication that you bring to our university each and every day. And it's always a wonderful pleasure to celebrate it. Today, I would like to update you on the state of the university before helping to present the staff awards. These are interesting times. You've heard me talk about living in two worlds before, and this continues to be our reality. We're living through a period of historic challenges and public debate surrounding higher education, including the most recent federal administration's proposed compact for academic excellence. At Vanderbilt, our responses in this matter are always grounded in our fundamental values, our commitment to academic freedom, institutional autonomy, and civil discourse. Over the past few weeks, many of our community members, faculty, staff, families, alumni, and community members at large have shared thoughtful perspectives with me, both in support and in opposition to the compact. These conversations are really important. They matter. Hearing from our community, even when we disagree on the path forward, strengthens our understanding and our commitment to our shared Vanderbilt mission. We will continue to engage in this important national dialogue as we work to strengthen public trust in higher education and ensure that America's universities remain the best in the world. We need to be clear that the challenges to higher education will continue to be with us for a while. But this and those challenges cannot distract us from our work right here on this campus in this city. And here, Vanderbilt continues to go from strength to strength. Choose your measure. Academics, research, finances, reputation, everywhere you look, our university is thriving. In a time when public trust in higher education has never been lower, Vanderbilt is seen as a beacon of hope and possibility. Demand for Vanderbilt education has never been higher. Fundraising has never been stronger, and we've become a premier destination for the most talented faculty, staff, and students. And let's not forget that, remember it, at least until next year, during a time when many of our peers announced staff layoffs, hiring freezes, and budget cuts, we continue to march forward. No layoffs, no salary or hiring freezes, no delay or cancellation of capital projects. On the contrary, we are redoubling our efforts to advance our bold plans. So how did we get here? The story really begins 5 years ago, when we were alone among our peers in bringing our students back to campus during COVID-19. We believed firmly in the unique power of our residential education and our tireless staff. All of you that were here during these pivotal times worked long hours with no days off to make it possible. I remember very vividly that we were all working so hard, 12, 14 hours a day with no days off, that in July, I was so worried about it for us to be able to sustain this momentum, that I told every one of the leaders to tell their staff, to tell everyone working for them on a rotating basis to take 3 days off. Because otherwise, no way we will make it through the fall semester. And we had one member of a team, we all know what I'm talking about, who refused to do so. So we threatened to turn off her email if she didn't take 3 days off. That was the spirit. That moment, that commitment, that shared sense of purpose revealed our real potential as a community. We discovered that when we join in common purpose, we can move mountains. We discovered that we can move faster with agility and purpose that are unparalleled in higher education. And we discovered, most importantly of all, that we can stop comparing ourselves to others and be proudly who we are, guided by our very own purpose and grounded in our very own values. No more Harvard of the South. We are Vanderbilt. The pandemic was the trial by fire that first taught us these lessons. It gave us an early understanding of what greatness might demand of a university in the 21st century. And we never looked back. In the years since, we have continued to build on that momentum, setting our goals higher and achieving them faster. We keep breaking records, whether it's most competitive admissions, most accomplished faculty, broadest financial aid, highest research investments, and most ambitious fundraising goal, you name it. Our list of best ever achievement keeps growing. And we keep growing too, establishing our first new college in decades, the College of Connected Computing, exploring possibilities for new campuses in cities nationwide, building partnerships with our city to create a new era of regional innovation and prosperity. It is extraordinary what we have accomplished in such a short time. And it is so often crucially due to the extraordinary efforts of Vanderbilt staff. That's the many of you who go above and beyond, who work long hours, or find creative solutions at the last minute. It's heroic, it's dedicated, it makes a difference. I see it, I know it, and I deeply appreciate it. This kind of dedication and commitment has taken our university far. But to keep going and achieve even more, we now must work together toward a different ideal. Heroism and dedication is wonderful, it's admirable, but we now must build a sustainable, adaptable organizational model where excellence is expected and achieved by all. And after another glorious and hard-fought win last Saturday, there is no better way to describe our path forward than with the story of our football program. Let's remember, as recently as a few years ago, we would have been perfectly happy to return from a trip to Alabama with a narrow loss. Now, the team and the campus community are a little disappointed if we don't win. When Coach Lee came to Vanderbilt a few years ago, he found a talented but dispirited team. Players slumped in their chairs when he spoke, came late to practice, and left locker rooms messy. Nobody even cleaned up the locker rooms when we were visiting somewhere. He knew that to win, he would have to rebuild this team from the inside out. He'd have to ask every player, every single one, to look into their hearts and sign on to a project of greatness. And after 2 hard years, success came to us. We had wonderful victories, including that magical night a year ago when we beat Alabama. But last year was all about scrambling an incredible place at the very last minute. It was exciting, but you run out of steam in the second half of the season. Now look at the team. Look at the team 1 year later. This is method. This is a strong offensive line. There is a clear process and confidence. This is a team that now faces every game expecting and ready to win. They move in coordination toward that shared goal, no matter what the result, every time. And most of the time, the result is great. Success is now not a miracle, it is expected. Just think back, just a few days, on the joyful madness that took over our campus last Saturday for ESPN College Game Day. And I'd like to take a moment to say thank you to everyone who made that magical moment possible. Hosting an event of this magnitude is a major feat, and you delivered at every level. We showcased Vanderbilt at its very, very best when the national spotlight was brightly on us. And even better, we provided a memorable moment for our entire university community, all topped by a nail-biter win at the end of a grinding game to make it all the sweeter. At Vanderbilt, we, at this university, already have the right people and the right culture. Talented staff, driven by our core values and high standards, willing to go the extra mile, stepping up when it's needed. So our next step is to develop the systems and mindset to make that greatness sustainable. This is our very own good to great moment. We've done amazing work, make no mistake about it. But when I talk about being proud and not satisfied, it's because I'm looking at our opportunity, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for this university. If this was the usual, somewhat calm and sluggish time in higher education, I might not challenge us at Vanderbilt right here to take that next step. But we all know this is not the usual time in higher education. It is an unprecedented time. Our peers are struggling or on the ropes, while we stand proud and respected in an ocean of doubt and cynicism. This, right now, is our moment. We at Vanderbilt, right here, have the opportunity to define what the great university of the 21st century is and be it. To say it differently, to beat Harvard from Monday to Friday and Alabama or LSU on Saturday. Not a miracle, but a goal. And that's where the right mindset comes in, because our ambitions are large. We're scaling Mount Everest. We've set our sights on the world's highest peak, and we've shown that we are ready. Climbing Everest requires courage and commitment. We will support one another every step of the way, as we always do, as we always have done in every challenge we encounter. But as we set out on our quest, I ask you to look into your own heart. Am I willing? Are you willing to commit to this great adventure? Are you ready to take on the challenges that you thought, even a short while ago, were impossible? And make no mistake, what we're doing, what we're gonna do, the quest we will engage in together is not for everybody. But for those that join and fully commit, it will be the professional adventure of a lifetime. Everything we do at Vanderbilt is part of our noble mission: transformative education and path-breaking research. Every staff member here does noble work. And so to illustrate this, let me share just a couple of examples. Here's one from Moving Day. Moving Day, as you know, is an event that involves enormous planning and collaborations by Vanderbilt staff. And I always like to walk around and experience it each and every year. I go to our residential colleges, welcome new students, and say hello. And it's a reminder of the noble work that we do every day. So, as part of my rounds this year, I plan to stop by the room of a new student from a very wealthy family that I knew from my Chicago days. As I walked in and saw them sitting there trying desperately to put the bed up together, they've succeeded eventually. As I walked in, I saw a young man and his mother also moving into the very same room. The mom was wearing a Posse Foundation t-shirt. The Posse Foundation, if you don't know, is a fantastic organization that provides financial aid to students from underrepresented backgrounds that could not afford to go to Vanderbilt without the help of the Posse Foundation. And they were moving into the very same room of the wealthy family that I had just left. This new student, who comes from one of the toughest neighborhoods in Baltimore, is now the roommate of the son of a billionaire. Now, consider the magnitude of this. Studies have shown unambiguously that when these two students, one the son of a billionaire, one from the toughest neighborhood in Baltimore, graduate from Vanderbilt, they will have the exact same opportunities in life. That is what we do here. Each of us. That's the noble work of our university and the noble work of our staff, the noble work of you. Noble work demands and rewards our full commitment. And make no mistake about this, everybody's commitment here matters. It is the people in dining, it is the people who write copy, it's the photographers, and you all know the examples. But let me remind you of another one. When a facilities team repairs an elevator in a way that saves $50,000, we can take those $50,000 and can change the life of a nursing student forever. It all matters, everything we do. And so we should take pride to do our work at the highest level that we can. That is the goal. And all over the world, people are taking notice on what we're doing at Vanderbilt. When donors with no prior affiliation with Vanderbilt decide to make an investment in one of our initiatives that supports causes they believe in, from treating dyslexia to strengthening national security, that's because of our growing reputation thanks to our media relations staff. When our redesigned website opens new educational opportunity to people of all ages across our community, that's thanks to marketing and IT. The list goes on, and the scale is vast. This is the impact that transformed life. It is, and let's never forget this, noble work. So, thank you, all of you, for putting your heart and soul into it, for bringing your best ideas forward, for believing in what we can do and striving for more together every day. Our greatest heights are yet to come, and I am honored and grateful to be part of the journey with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chancellor, for those inspiring words. Before we get on to our next speaker, I wanted to say a few words about the University Staff Advisory Council. As president of the University Staff Advisory Council for 2025-26, I have the distinct privilege of leading more than 90 elected representatives who serve over 4,000 full and part-time staff across Vanderbilt University. Together, we work to elevate staff voices and champion initiatives that enhance the experiences of those who make such a difference on our campus every day. Our administration utilizes the council for several purposes, including as a channel to communicate information across the university, as a sounding board, and as a source for recommendations. Additionally, we hold meetings with people, culture, and belonging leadership to help us stay engaged with the university on a regular basis. We love hearing from you. Our website just got an upgrade to the new system that not only makes it more beautiful, but also easier than ever to share your ideas and feedback with us. Please visit vanderbilt.edu/USAC or email us at usac@vanderbilt.edu. Now on to our next speaker. Among the greatest privileges of working at this university is the opportunity to engage with our exceptional students. Their energy and insight continually remind us why we do what we do. That's why it's such a pleasure to include a student voice in our fall staff assembly. Today, we're honored to welcome one of them to speak on behalf of the student body. Stella Rodriguez is a junior from Charlotte, North Carolina. On campus, Stella is the Vanderbilt Student Government Director of Service. She also holds positions on executive boards for Vanderbilt Chancellor Scholars, the Undergraduate Political Science Association, and Women in Government. After graduation, Stella plans to attend law school. Please welcome Stella.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Stella Rodriguez, and I am a junior studying political science, psychology, and medicine, health, and society with a minor in gender and sexuality studies, because I apparently hate having free time. I am honored to be here speaking to you all today. I want to begin by simply just saying thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything you do, and thank you for being the heart of this university. I think everyone can agree that Vanderbilt is an excellent institution. However, usually when people are discussing how great Vanderbilt is, they're gushing about our academics and our reputation. But I want to share my truth with you today. I have always believed it is the hard work and dedication of our staff members that makes this place extraordinary. You don't just work at Vanderbilt, you make Vanderbilt work. I can confidently say our university would not be able to function without the work that each and every one of you do. I cannot imagine my life here without you. I know there are so many of you who work behind the scenes to make my experience all that it is. I wish I could meet every one of you, but I want to take a moment and recognize a few staff members I interact with almost daily. As someone involved in many campus organizations, I have had the privilege of interacting with many staff members. As Vanderbilt Student Government's Director of Service, I am currently planning our annual service event in which we provide gifts for around 300 children during this holiday season. Thank you to Tracy Ray, Adrian Watson, Deontay Smith, and Will De Los Santos, who probably have an overflowing inbox from this project alone. I would also like to say thank you to all of the student organization leadership and service staff, also known as SOLs, who have helped me book spaces for this wonderful event, and all of the people who have been spammed with my requests for approvals on AnchorLink. Thank you. I am also involved in the Drug Overdose Reduction Education Initiative. It was through this organization that I met Julius Irvin, who has played an instrumental role as our advisor, helping me and my co-president transform this organization. There is so much impactful work that is being done by the Center for Student Wellbeing. From yoga to recovery support to tabling for safe spring break, they do so much to make sure students on this campus are supported. I also want to thank the staff members who I do not get to work with as often. The staff who ensure our campus grounds and buildings and pathways are beautiful and taken care of. I mean, without them, every visiting parent would not be able to snap a picture of Wyatt Lawn for their Facebook. But for real, they are the reason students walk through spaces that feel cared for, that inspire pride, and that make this place feel special. Next, we have our campus dining staff. You're not just the reason we have meals ready every day. You're a big part of what makes this campus feel like home. So many of you remember our favorite orders, greet us with a smile, and ask how we're doing when we need a friendly face. You keep us fueled through long study sessions and busy weeks, and your kindness makes a bigger difference than you realize. And if you guys want the best Mexican bowl I've ever had, please go find Jean at Rand. It's amazing, trust me. Our postal staff, who sort through thousands of pieces of mail every single day, making sure that in a community of so many people, everything finds its way to exactly the right person. They're ensuring that important documents get where they need to go, whether it be textbooks at the start of the semester, passports that everyone needs for study abroad, or the millionth Halloween costume. When mail arrives from home, it's because our postal staff are there, connecting students to the people they love. Then we have our SOLS staff, who are the masterminds behind the student organizations that make this place come alive. They help dozens of competing calendars coexist, advise student leaders through triumphs and disasters, and approve the tiny logistics that let big ideas happen. When a club hosts a panel that changes someone's career path, or a student leader grows into a confident organizer, that's SOLS staff work showing up. Student care coordinators and those at the counseling center are the people who meet students when life gets heavy. They listen without judgment, connect students to resources, and create plans for when someone needs extra support. Their work is often quiet and confidential, but it's what keeps students safe, healthy, and able to keep going. The immersion staff and study abroad office are the ones who make experiential learning possible, arranging study abroad, internships, and community projects that transform classroom theory into lived experience. They are the ones who help when suddenly someone finds out their passport is expired right before abroad. They handle visas, partnerships, and the logistical headaches so students can focus on growth and new experiences. Because of them, our education extends beyond exams into real-world impact. Our student affairs staff are the ones who make campus feel alive. They're behind so many of the events that define our Vanderbilt experience, from late-night programs to our annual concert, Rites of Spring. They're the reason we have spaces to connect, celebrate, and unwind together. Our librarians are the ones who act as research coaches and teach us how to think critically. They help untangle sources, find obscure materials, and run workshops that turn procrastination into scholarship. When a paper is turned in that actually cites primary sources, and not the ones ChatGPT makes up, there's a good chance a librarian helped make it possible. Our athletic staff and coaches bring the energy and the discipline and the school spirit that keeps campus buzzing. They pour their time into helping student athletes succeed both on the field and in the classroom, reminding us all of what dedication looks like. They give us something to rally around and a reason to shout, "Anchor down," louder. To our orientation staff, student accountability, IT, financial aid, admissions office, housing and residential life, community center staff, events staff, the parents and family office, and government and community relations staff, and to all the other types of staff members I did not name, thank you. I appreciate you more than words could ever express. This institution would be nothing without you. Each day you show up and change the lives of so many students. I want to say once more, you don't just work at Vanderbilt, you make Vanderbilt work. Thank you.
On behalf of everyone here, thank you for those kind words, Stella. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Sydney Savion, Vice Chancellor for People, Culture, and Belonging. Sydney Savion, Vice Chancellor for People, Culture, and Belonging, brings a globally recognized perspective on workforce and organizational culture innovation. Since joining Vanderbilt in January of 2024, she has drawn on her leadership experience from Google and other organizations to advance a culture of belonging and human-centered growth. Please welcome Vice Chancellor Savion.
Wow, I want to go off script for 1 second and build on what Chancellor Diermeier and Stella were talking about in terms of the energy and the football team. We're about to go into the arena. That means the Longhorn Nation here this weekend. So let's send some positive energy to Vice Chancellor Candace Story-Lee, Coach Lee, and the Vanderbilt football team. Now, my brother is a Longhorn, and he's actually pulling for us. I hope this is not going to be public, but yeah, he's pulling for us. So thank you, Jennifer, and good afternoon to everyone. It's hard to believe it's already been 20 months. Yes, I'm still counting months, Chancellor Diermeier, and since I arrived at Vanderbilt, and in that time, so much has changed. And today, I'm going to share where we are now, where we're headed together as we reimagine the future of work, the workforce, and the workplace at Vanderbilt, because it is a climb. So let me start with this, and I'm going to kind of pick up where Stella left off with something I believe describes our staff here at Vanderbilt. Early mornings, I like to walk campus and get my steps in. Now, my team signed me up for this step challenge. Now, Anders, he's leading the pack, and I love it. And we're taking a lot of heat from Donna A. Smith in Market Comms because perhaps we're not really walking as much as we should. So how many of you are in the Personify Step Challenge? I like it. Well done. Well done. Thank you so much. Cheer for us, root us on, cheer us on. Thank you. So I see our groundskeepers already hard at work, mowing, raking, tending every inch of this campus with quiet dedication. And every time it reminds me of what they do isn't just upkeep, it's care made visible. They set the tone for how everyone experiences Vanderbilt from the moment they step onto campus. The beauty, the intention, the feeling that this place matters, and it all begins with them. That same spirit of care that Stella talked about belongs to us all. It's in how we show up for one another. It's in how we build a place where every staff member, faculty member, student alike feels seen, valued, and empowered to shape what's next. Chancellor Diermeier, your remarks about climbing Mount Everest together really resonates with me. They remind me of a recent trip I took back to my other home country, which is New Zealand, with my best friend. We checked into this Airbnb, eager for the picture-perfect New Zealand view, rolling hills, the sheep. Now, there's 12 sheep to every human in New Zealand, the kind of beauty you'd expect to find on a postcard. And I turned to her and asked, "What do you see?" And she laughed, "A construction site." I'm like, okay. I asked again, "What do you see?" She said, orange cones. So that's all her eyes could find. But here's the thing. While she saw orange cones, and my team knows I hate orange cones, I saw the majestic mountain ranges waiting beyond them. And that's become a bit of a philosophy for me. Too often, we get stuck sharing or staring at these orange cones, the obstacles and challenges. We lose sight of what's on the horizon. Now, people operations, we get a reputation for saying what can't be done, the Department of No, but that's not who we are anymore. My team and I, in collaboration with Jennifer and Jeremy, your USAC president and vice president, are here to ask something different. What's possible? How do we help you move past the cones, the orange cones, and reach the mountains ahead? That's why we launched our Big 5 initiatives in FY24. They're not just programs, they're our gear for what's next. Tools to help every staff member look beyond what's right in front of them and see what's possible. And over the past 6 months, these efforts have started to take shape, giving us clearer view of how we grow, learn, and succeed together. Because when we talk about growth, we're really talking about you. And that's what the Big 5 are all about. Futures learning. Our motto is dare to grow, and learning is the fuel that makes that growth possible. Nearly 70% of you are already engaging through Anchor's Edge, exploring favorites like Manager Monday, Takeoff Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, and more than 46,000 digital courses in 50 different languages designed to meet you where you are. Special thanks to you, Dina Danger and VUIT. Is Dina here? I don't see her. Andrea George and Facilities for helping us lead the way. Building on that is the skills-based job architecture. Learning is powerful, but it's even more powerful when you can see where that learning can take you. What I experienced in the military is where the path forward is always clear. The skills, the training, the steps to grow, they're all mapped out. But most workplaces don't offer that kind of clarity. But here at Vanderbilt, we do now. We've mapped move you forward. And a big thanks to Doug Christiansen, our Vice Provost for University Enrollment Affairs and the Dean of Admissions and Financial Aid, and to all of you who first believed, shared your input, and ideas to make this possible. And building on that, development and performance management, many of you have asked for more guidance. What's working, what's not working. So we're building a feedback ecosystem grounded in a shared philosophy, updated policies, and an easy-to-use platform. Culture AMP, which many of you are already using, some of you heard in the pre-staff show, staff assembly show. And it's all designed to help you see your strengths and stretch beyond them. And a special thank you to Kathleen Seabolt, I don't know if she's here, and the Acorn School team for their dedication to implementing this important work. And there's still more to come soon. We'll launch 2 new ways to grow: Talent Marketplace and Staff Ventures. One that helps staff find opportunities across campus through our own talent marketplace. And another that involves or invites you to share bold ideas that make Vanderbilt even better through Staff Ventures. So together, these 5 efforts give each of you the clarity, the tools, the support to keep daring to grow. And here's what I know. Our collective climb toward excellence isn't easy, as Chancellor Diermeier mentioned, but it's meaningful. And he also mentioned often, we are proud but not satisfied. And that steady drive to keep reaching higher, that's what defines us. We still have more to climb, but the view from here, from this moment, is pretty spectacular because of you. So think of today as our water break, a pause to celebrate the climb so far, to honor the individuals and teams who go above and beyond, every day who embody our values and our bold ambition to dare to grow. Thank you for your commitment, your collaboration, and your unwavering pursuit of excellence. Through your work, Vanderbilt's transformative education and groundbreaking research come to life. Thank you. Okay, now let's move on to the fun part. In just a few moments, I'll be joining Chancellor Diermeier to present this year's Fall Staff Awards. These awards honor individuals and teams who consistently go above and beyond, truly living out the spirit of excellence and the bold ambition behind our motto, Dare to Grow. Each award reflects a core value that defines who we are as a university. As each award is announced, we invite recipients who are with us today to join us on stage and accept their award and take a photo. Chancellor, if you're ready, let's begin.
We begin with the Community Impact Award, which recognizes staff members who represent Vanderbilt through community engagement, service, association leadership, or other outreach to help create mutual understanding and strong relationships with those outside the university. This year, the Community Impact Award goes to Megan Altamus. Megan is a lab manager. Megan is a lab manager and administrator for the Vanderbilt Center for Addiction Research. Megan has embraced the role of ambassador for science. She sees outreach as an essential component of communicating science, which is crucial at a time when public trust in science is fragile and misinformation often holds sway. The hands-on lab tours that she designs and leads help demystify complex science and create welcoming spaces for all of our visitors. She builds trust, sparks curiosity, and shows that science is not just something done by others in a lab. It is instead a shared endeavor with real-world impact that we should all be passionate about. Congratulations, Megan. Next is the Innovation Excellence Award, which goes to a staff member or a staff group or team for excellence and innovation demonstrated by implementing or attempting a new system or approach that has had a meaningful and significant impact on a process, program, or initiative at Vanderbilt. 2 teams are being honored today with the Innovation Excellence Award. The first team we recognize today is the Campus Dining Training Team. Team members recognized are Doug Best, Training Chef, Chris Granagel, Training Support Chef, and Everly Svenivik, Registered Dietitian. Oh, there they come. Doug, Kriska, and Emily transformed what began as a mentorship program for campus dining into the accredited Vanderbilt Culinary Academy. After staff members selected for the program complete the rigorous training, equivalent to about 2 years of culinary school, they can test for the prestigious Certified Culinarian credential. The Academy invests in staff development and satisfaction, incubates culinary talent, has enabled Vanderbilt campus dining to be one of the premier university dining services in the nation. Let me add a little personal side to this. So this is one of my very favorite programs on campus. And I go every year when we have the graduation ceremony. So I say a few words, and the graduating members of our community get a badge with a V and 2 crossed knives. And there you have it. I love it. There it is, okay? And a set of knives as a sign of their professional accomplishment and a certificate. And I always find it extremely moving to welcome them and their family to Vanderbilt as a sign of everyone in our community will grow as this wonderful community. No matter what we do, no matter what our areas are, we dare to grow together. We're grateful for their skills and their commitment to this work, which nurtures us with delicious, wholesome food on campus every day, and sometimes a rand cookie too. Congratulations to you all. The second team being honored with the Innovation Excellence Award is from the Next Steps program. All right, so this is quite a list, so better get ready, okay? Ariana Amaya, the director. Lauren Bethune-Dix, Assistant Director and Academic Development Director. Lindsay Kretsch, Job Developer. Megan Macon, Director of Career Development Apprenticeships. Sophie Downing, Program Coordinator of Career Partnerships. Thomas Angelim, Student Support Specialist. Hannah Oakley, Admissions Administrative Program Coordinator. Stephen Greiner, Alumni Coordinator and Recruitment Assistant. And Caitlin Bernstein, Research Analyst. Okay, now I got everybody, I think. As many of you know, Next Steps at Vanderbilt is a 4-year certificate program that offers neurodiverse students a transformative post-secondary education and immersion in Vanderbilt student culture. In 2025, its 15th years, the program launches innovations that take the program to the next level. The curriculum now has a rigorous liberal arts program and 2 new academic pathways, early childhood education and self-advocacy and leadership. New courses were created and audit options were expanded. And with the grant, the program has added apprenticeships in hospitality, healthcare, and other areas, leading to credentials and higher wages for Next Step graduates. Next Step continues to empower the students to dare to grow, and it is a model for programs nationwide. And you always know the Next Step graduates get the biggest cheer at commencement. Congratulations to you all. Next, we present the Leadership Excellence Award. This award recognizes staff members who empower, educate, coach, and support Vanderbilt colleagues and show outstanding commitment to university's mission through strong, courageous leadership that builds partnerships, engagement, and trust. Today, we have 2 recipients of the Leadership Excellence Award. And the first is Alan Bentley. Alan is Assistant Vice Chancellor of Technology Transfer and Intellectual Property Development with the Center for Technology Transfer and Commercialization. Unfortunately, Alan is unable to join us today, but let me tell you a little bit about his accomplishments. The CTTC helps Vanderbilt's researchers promote and protect discoveries and innovation and translate them into real-world impact. Under Alan's leadership, CTTC has become a catalyst for entrepreneurship, elevating Vanderbilt's national reputation. He helped establish campus intellectual property policy and co-created the Innovation Catalyst Fund, which supports faculty members' early-stage research that has the potential for commercial success and positive impact. He's a decisive leader and a humble and selfless mentor. With radical collaboration, and low team turnover, he has earned his nickname, the Godfather of Tech Transfer. Which sounds a little bit like a deal you can't refuse, so I'm not quite sure. As one team member says, Alan is a visionary who inspires others to think similarly and encourages the team to think boldly about the work that we do. Congratulations, Alan. Second recipient of the Leadership Excellence Award is Lucas Lemons. Lucas leads the Welber pipe fitter group for the facilities team. Lucas and his crew keep our high-pressure system, I mean that literally, the high-pressure steam system, going strong to safely power campus and a medical center. He formulates solutions for existing systems and for future ones, working as a consultant for contractors and Vanderbilt employees to plan successful steam work. And he can tell you, all of you, about what really nice beneath the Vanderbilt campus. It involves tunnels. And Lucas loves tunnels. From fabricating motor mounts and metal gates to fixing a Sarrad handrail, Lucas creates practical solutions. He fabricates whatever is needed, he fixes whatever breaks. And under special circumstances, he also cuts up goalposts that have spent time on Broadway and in the Cumberland River. Congratulations. Lucas is fixing pipes, that's what we're hearing? Okay, good, all right. We have to go in the tunnel to find him. Our next award is the Professional Excellence Award. This award recognizes a person who goes beyond specific job duties to support Vanderbilt's mission and success by demonstrating excellence, positively influencing the work environment, fostering cooperation, achieving goals, and overcoming obstacles. The staff member, we're presenting Professional Excellence Awards this year to 3 staff members. The first recipient of the Professional Excellence Award is Susan Hildebrand. There you go. Senior Program Coordinator for the Graduate School. Susan has been an administrative professional her entire career, all at Vanderbilt. For the past 5 years, she has made a difference for students and colleagues at the graduate school. Graduate school is a pivotal time for students to deepen their knowledge and acquire the expertise and skills to follow their passions and achieve their goals. Navigating that experience is challenging and stressful. I remember those days very well, like they were yesterday. But Susan smoothes the way, not only with administrative expertise, such as implementing groundbreaking new electronic workflows, but with unwavering support and respect. Always courteous, always composed, always reliable, always willing to help. Susan supports our students' growth by making every interaction collaborative and every person feel like a valued member of our community. Congratulations, Susan. The second recipient of this year's Professional Excellence Award is James Knight, a dedicated member of campus dining since 1980. James fosters a supportive atmosphere, whether he's welcoming students with a warm smile, coaching new team members, or ensuring every guest feels valued. New employees look at him as an example. Colleagues describe him as a source of encouragement and wisdom. Managers rely on his steadiness and judgment. His leadership reinforces a culture of respect, teamwork, and professionalism across the entire team. And across nearly every campus dining hall, James has built lasting connections with students, faculty, and staff. This August, James celebrated his 45th year of service at Vanderbilt. a testament to its resilience and its transformative impact on campus dining and on the Vanderbilt community. Congratulations, and thank you, James. The third recipient of this year's Professional Excellence Award is Bart Bronk, Chief Operating Officer for Vanderbilt Office of Investments. Do we see Bart? Is he there? Oh, all the way up there. Okay. As COO for Vanderbilt's Office of Investments, I'll speak slowly. Bart leads the team that stewards our endowment, the permanent, sustainable funding source for our mission and long-term stability. Bart and his team support every aspect of the complex mix of investments that make up the endowment. He trains analysts and interested in the function and history of the endowment and has built a collaborative team that he guides and mentors. He's also a trusted partner across the university and a leader among fellow CEOs. The expertise and dedication of Bart and his team keep our endowment strong. So I interact with Bart usually during the investment committee, and he's usually second. So first there's performance, and then there's compliance. And what you want in a compliance presentation is green lights all the way through. Well, that's what Bart does. Because we all know that a strong endowment is crucial for us to be a vital university now and to become the great university of the 21st century. Congratulations, Bart. Our next award is the Research Excellence Award, which recognizes a staff member whose support of research has significantly advanced the process of discovery and the pursuit of knowledge at Vanderbilt. This year, the Research Excellence Award goes to 2 staff members, and the first recipient is Mamie van Meveren, biochemist and research specialist in the PhysIC lab. The PhysIC lab focuses on cancer drug discovery. Mamie is a key member of the lab's project on MYC inhibitors, drugs that rein in MYC, a cancer-driving protein, or MYC. Mamie designed and ran tests to see how well new compounds stick to the target. After adapting a published test, she spotted a flaw, fixed the setup, and retested more than 300 compounds, and found that many that had appeared to be inactive actually worked. Her work reshaped the direction of the project, influenced follow-up by the lab's chemist and structural biologist, and contributed to developing and refining related lab tests. Proactive and meticulous, Mamie has become indispensable for this important research. Congratulations. Our second recipient of the Research Excellence Award is Yuling Yang, computational analyst with the Lau Lab in the Department of Cell and Developmental Biology. Yuling joined the Lau Lab after earning her master's degree in data science at, where else? Vanderbilt in 2019. Since then, she has become the go-to expert for making sense of complex single-cell data. For example, she helped create a breakthrough molecular clock that tracks how individual cells change over time during development and with cancer. And knowing the timing of cellular events is key to understanding their functioning. Beyond discoveries, Yuling introduces new methods, mentors students, and builds the computing pipelines that power research projects and collaboration. As a trusted partner to the scientists that she works with, Yuling helps turn data into insight and discovery and fosters a culture where interdisciplinary collaboration is not just possible, but deeply productive. Congratulations. Our next award is the Student Impact Award, which goes to staff members who, through access, resources, mentorship, or service, have had a positive impact on Vanderbilt students' quality of life and continued success at the university. This year's winner of the Student Impact Award is John Bradley, Director of the Writing Studio and Tutoring Services. As Director of the Writing Studio, John guides a team of consultants and tutors. The STEM tutors work with our future physicians, engineers, and educators, and researchers who will serve our communities. Consultants help students with any writing project, which also strengthen their critical thinking and overall communication skills, and we need that. Last year, the team had more than 8,000 tutoring appointments, and John guides his team to help students not only master coursework, but also build confidence, the habit of seeking help when they need it, and a sense of purpose in their education. His impact multiplies to the tutors he mentors, who learn to teach effectively and take pride in helping peers' success. And this is how our students thrive and grow. Congratulations. Our final award today is the Dare to Grow Award. This award is a special recognition for members of the Vanderbilt community who embody the university's motto, Crescere Aude, Dare to Grow. These individuals have demonstrated agility and creative solutions in their work, adopting a Dare to Grow mentality. So today, we're giving out 2 Dare to Grow awards. Our first goes to Vanderbilt University Media Relations Team. The award goes to, the team represented by Damon Mader, the director, Julia Jordan, Media Relations Manager, John O'Brien, Senior Media Relations Specialist, and Brian Smokler, the manager of the ViewStar Studio. Our media relations team is on the front lines of building and protecting Vanderbilt's reputation and demonstrating what makes Vanderbilt different and special. They do this through working with the media to share the Vanderbilt stories that represent who we are, what we do, and what we stand for. Just one measure of this success is that mentions of Vanderbilt in top media outlets have grown 97% over the past 5 years. The team also battles misrepresentation and oversimplification and expertly navigates complexity. More importantly, they turn complexity and challenges into opportunities to showcase how Vanderbilt continues to grow and thrive despite these challenges or because of them. And they're really responsible for me talking to a lot of journalists and getting up really early to put on makeup like I will do tomorrow in New York. Through sharing our story with the world and shaping and protecting our reputation, the team is helping make our vision for our university a reality. Congratulations to you all. Grand finale. The second Dare to Grow Award goes to Jonathan Shaw, Tax Director for Vanderbilt. Jonathan is responsible for developing and monitoring Vanderbilt's tax-related policy to keep us compliant on federal and state levels. And he prepares and reviews all the university's tax filings. Jonathan, for example, was instrumental in interpreting new endowment tax language in the White House budget bill, not the easiest task. He helped university leadership to understand recent changes in endowment laws and gave expert advice. Jonathan also partners with departments across the university to implement best practices and provide oversight on tax compliance issues. I am sure Jonathan thinks that talking about tax law is fun. But for most of us, the fun side of his job includes his latest project as director of the Finance, Learning and Development Program. He has led a team to create short training videos on how to do various finance functions, and also bringing Nutty, the finance chatbot, into the world. So I interact with Jonathan every year, right before April 15th, which is really Jonathan's Super Bowl. And that's when we prepare our tax documents, and we spend half an hour together. And I always admire Jonathan's creativity and his dedication and his love for the university. So thank you, Jonathan, for all the important work you do for us. Congratulations to you and to all of our award winners today. Thank you very much.
Please, one more round of applause for all of the award recipients. I'd like to thank Chancellor Diermeier, Vice Chancellor Savion, and Stella Rodriguez for joining us today and addressing Vanderbilt's staff, and all you for taking the time to be with us today in person and online. As we close today's assembly, I hope each of you leaves feeling as inspired and proud as I do. You truly are the heart and soul of this university. Your dedication, creativity, and teamwork make everything we achieve possible. Let's take this spirit with us, continuing to support one another, to innovate and to strengthen the community that makes Vanderbilt such a special place. Thank you to everyone joining us today on this rainy Wednesday, in person and virtually. For the 2025 Fall Staff Assembly, have a wonderful evening.